Morning, sun. Morning, water dragon. Morning, metal monkey.
Good morning, Daddy. Good morning, everyone. We're just leaving Los Arcos and we're heading to
Viana,
Viana,
19.5k maybe?
19.5 kilometers. And it's a very cold morning.
Got everyone wrapped up really toastily. We stayed in the albergue Alberdi in Los Arcos last night, and it was just a little bit strange. The albergue keeper wasn't unbelievably accommodating. She put us in a room which was full of other people, and there's only 2 top bunks left, quite high bunks as well. And obviously we had a baby with us, and we thought, oh, maybe that's all she had left. Then we found out this morning that there was a Korean guy in a room all by himself. So some strange behavior from her anyway. But apart from that, it was quite nice and cozy and comfortable. Had Wi-Fi. It was one of the private ones, so it was €10 a night. Yesterday was good because I didn't have the pack on, so feeling like a lot better from that. And today feeling very strong, like a renewed energy. Great sleep last night. Pack feels light on my back now. I could feel the body the other day starting to give out. Muscle twinges and knees and all sorts. And my mind could have kept going, but I was thinking, will the body be able to keep going? And now I just feel completely renewed, completely refreshed, like a new person again, ready to go. So that's great. Universe really helped me out. Thank you, Universe.
We're going to have to do a cleanse when we get home because it's quite difficult to get healthy vegan food when you're out walking the Camino. Very few people even know what vegan is. And if you do decide to walk the Camino and you let them know and you say, look, I'm vegan or vegetarian, make sure to say to them, I don't eat meat, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat fish, and I also don't eat cheese or eggs because they'll say to you, okay, you're vegetarian, I'll bring you a salad, and it comes out, it's got a big lump of tuna on it, some eggs and some cheese. So you have to be very, very specific when you tell them what you want, because I mean, whilst maybe on the coast they've all heard of what a vegan is, some places in the back of beyond here they've never heard of it before.
I'm finding the Camino quite manageable as a vegan, although to have the same standards of what I eat wouldn't be the same as what it would be at home. But that's okay because it's just for, you know, a month or 5 weeks or so. And right now what's important is getting the calories in, getting the energy to be able to walk every day. So generally we start off with drinking some water in the morning, then some boxed orange juice usually. If there's no cafe that can do us juice, fresh juice. Then usually have a couple of cartons of boxed juice, whatever it may be, apple, orange, pineapple, from the local supermarket. Have a few of those in the pack to keep us going throughout the day. Maybe some dates, some bananas, and that's all we eat throughout the day as we're walking. It's just dates, bananas, boxed juice. That's generally it. Then in the evening time we can get like a menu del dia, which is like special for the pilgrims walking the Camino, and that's like a 3-course menu including drink and everything as well. And 9 times out of 10 I've found that they have been accommodating for us, where we said, look, we don't eat all the animal products, can you do something else? And they always have rice, you know, they always have potatoes, so they can always do something. And the starter is usually a salad, so you can usually get a salad at the starter, so you get your greens in every day. And then a main dish, which is going to be a main calorie source, a big plate of rice with tomatoes on top or something like that. And then usually for the sweet thing at the end, they might just give you some fruit if you want it, which you can eat the next morning, or maybe an extra portion of rice. So I find that to be fine. And so far we've only found one place that wouldn't accommodate us, and we just went elsewhere. That was fine. They said this is a set menu, they wouldn't deviate from it. No problem, we just went somewhere else.
Indigo is mommy's gorgeous baby boy. Indigo knows he fills mommy's heart full of joy. Whoa, whoa. I only wanna be with you. Boo-doo-doo. Let's straighten out your hat. Oh, that's it. Oh.
I said it's pure adventure. You never know what you're going to see around the next bend, through the next village, next person you meet, the next albergue you go to. It's a pure adventure. It's phenomenal.
We're just passing through Torres now, and Torres is quite a big town, and it's lovely, and there's a beautiful albergue here which we can't stay in because we've only just recently set off. But had we walked a bit further, we could have stayed here last night. And it's beautiful. It's got lots of facilities, Wi-Fi, a swimming pool. It's very warm. It's got a nice restaurant here, and it's only €7 a night. So it's definitely worth walking that little bit extra and getting to Torres.
We wouldn't have made it. Another 7-8 kilometers?
We might not have made it because I was struggling. But if you're really fit, definitely walk that little bit extra and get to Torres.
Every now and again you come across little things like this. Love, peace. Te quiero y siempre te quiere. Very nice. I absolutely understand that we live in a friendly universe. You know, this is my deepest, most belief, and therefore everything that happens for a reason, and that is to serve our higher good, even if we can't see it in the moment. And I think a great example of that was there's a Korean girl that's walking, lovely Korean girl. She's struggling, a little bit dizzy. She keeps on getting lost, leaving things behind in the albergues, and then she went over on her ankle and sprained her ankle. And then when one of the albergues back there, she wasn't able to go on. She got the albergue keeper gave a lot of attention to her ankle, helped her with it. I gave her some DMSO to put on. You know, different people were helping her. And then she was crying that she couldn't walk, and she was upset about it. And that the albergue keeper said, you know, just take the bus to the next place. You know, if you can't walk, you can't walk. There's no shame in taking the bus. And anyway, she just looked like she needed to be taken care of, really. And at that point I could see that she was upset, and the other Koreans, they went off walking, they carried on going, left her behind. They weren't in a group anyway, they all met up, and so she was upset about that. And I was just thinking, you know, there's a higher purpose for this. Something is going to happen which is going to make this out to be a blessing, her sprained ankle to be a total blessing. And interestingly enough, she made it to the next albergue there last night, and she met up with a Korean guy who's by himself, and they seem like a perfect couple together when I see them together. And then last night she was staying in our room, and after lights out she came in and took all her stuff. And one night I was thinking, I wonder where she's gone to, and turned out she stayed in the same room as the other Korean guy that was there last night, and he was in by himself. And I was saying earlier on that, you know, I had a teensy-wincy bit of judgment towards the woman, the albergue keeper, for putting us in a room that was totally full when there were other rooms that were empty with bottom bunks. But everything happens for a reason. So, you know, I didn't need to have any judgment of her. The universe is operating at a higher level than I can comprehend. And you know, it's perfect that then they could get together there. And then we just passed them in a little village up there, and they're going into a cafe to get some coffee, and they just seem like a perfect couple, and he's looking after her, taking care of her, and it's just really nice to see that. Last stop before we power in the last 4k, a quick foot check stop and feeding stop for a little water dragon there. My feet The challenge with getting cheap boots from Aldi are that they sweat, and the challenge of your feet sweating is they form blisters. So these are some new ones here that are just forming in here just from having sweaty feet. And underneath, that's where I put some Compeed on that a guy gave me. I took out the thread from the blister, put the Compeed on just to test it out. I used Compeed many years ago, but since then I hear it's got a lot better than it used to be. And I've left the thread in this blister here, so the thread's going through. This one actually wasn't as bad as the other side, so that's that one's healing up nicely. The other one's still a bit sore. And I wear these, you see, like the damp socks, that's just sweat, and sweaty feet are a breeding ground for blisters. I wear these, a thin pair of socks in the bottom, then I wear these very thin tight material, and then the thicker pair of socks on the outside, and it's supposed to stop friction, but I've still got blisters, but that's really because of inadequate footwear from the start. Maybe I just did that to learn more about foot care myself, and to maybe be able to share that with you maybe.
My feet are doing great. The first couple of days I was experiencing trouble with my feet because I bought sports socks that had a left and a right on, and how do you call it? Like they held your feet tight in different places, and what I found was they were actually too tight around my toes, and that actually was causing my toes to rub together. So then when I stopped wearing the sports socks and started just wearing a normal pair of thin white socks, and then a pair of tights on top, and then another pair of socks over the top of that, I haven't had any problems since. But I've got really good boots. They're very dirty at the minute. They're Innovate Rocklight 288s, and I got them. I did some research about which boots were suitable for vegans, and I know not all of the Innovate selection are, but a guy who's a vegan who contacts all the companies, on his blog he said that anything in the Rocklight Indigo wants to steal the show. Anything in the Rocklight range are suitable for vegans, and that was off a vegan blog that I read, so that's why I got those, and they're really comfortable, and I'm very happy with them, and they're breathable and they're Gore-Tex. Indigo says it's very windy today and I just want to get to the hostel.
And if you haven't watched maybe some of the previous videos, the reason I've been wearing incorrect footwear is because my boots, which were similar to Metal Monkeys there, didn't arrive in time in the post, so I just thought, screw it, I'll just wear what I've got and see how I go. And I've been learning a lot from that on the way. Every time I fill my water, I make sure I fill it right to the very brim. So not 1 inch down or anything like that, because you never know when that last mouthful will be just so needed. So always fill your water bottles right to the very top, because that last mouthful could actually save your life. It's always the big push, the last few kilometers. It takes that mental effort to get there. Last 5 kilometers is usually more difficult than the first 15 or 20. So it's last 5, like doing a marathon. A lot of people kind of breeze the first 18 and then start to seize up. The last few. Victory is near. We've just rounded a bend and come across the town where we'll be staying tonight, which is called Viana. But another 1500 meters and we're there. I think today's probably been our strongest 20k we've done as a group. What do you think?
Yeah, it was, I think we're getting better at doing the distance. Just the wind today is just non-stop. It's been constant. Yeah, it's been cold all day because of the wind. But
physically wise, mentally wise, emotionally wise, today has been our strongest day. Definitely broken through. Yeah?
Yeah. We just passed an alberg, the Alberg Izar, and it was closed. We're feeling good, and luckily we've got our wits about us today, and the sheet says that there is an alberg open here, and it's called Munoz. So we're going to just keep following the trail until we find that one.
In search of the albergue here in Viana. Also doing a bit of sightseeing on the way. Very beautiful, some of these streets. Yeah. Albergue de Peregrinos. That's the way we want to go. This looks like it here. This is it. Albergue Andres Munoz. This is us.
Yay!
We made it.
Oh!
Well done, guys.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yay. Well done, Indigo. Yay. Just out doing a bit of shopping in the evening in Viana, and it's a really amazing little town. It's really untouched, and you wouldn't believe it, but down this street is full of shops, bars, pharmacy, all sorts. But you wouldn't really notice it unless you're right in front of it, like this supermarket here. You know, like you go in there and it opens up into quite a big supermarket inside. But that's the only sign they have outside. That's it. Hola. And this here is a bar. That's it. If you check out this wall here, it's bending right out. It doesn't go straight up at all. It bends like about 1.5 feet out. It's like one of those cartoon type effects. Really interesting, huh? Toria's hungry. She's away with the food. I better follow her because I'm hungry too. See this here? You wouldn't know it until you get in front of it. It's a schlecker. What's a schlecker? Well, it's somewhere where you can get like a drugstore. This is a hotel. Toria! This way. Down here. Hola! Can we get back in, please? Is it open? ¿Es abierto?
Hay gente ahí. ¡Ya, pequeñajo!
Hasta luego! And then we're back down to our albergue here. There we go. She said it was open. It's not open at all. This is what the albergue looks like inside. This is places where you can eat. And coming in here, WC. This is the kitchen. So you have full cooking facilities if you want here. Everything. And then take them up. This we have a reception area here. That's right, there you go. We have washing facilities in here. Internet if you want to use it. So this is a pretty nice albergue as it goes. Only I think it was 6 euros per night here. But of course you're only allowed to stay one night and you have to be out by 8 AM. Toilets, quite nice. Showers, sinks. What more could you ask for? And this is the traditional sort of albergue, hostel type beds. And that's your tour. Hope you enjoyed it.